Hey YouTube, I'm gonna do another generator unboxing video here. Last one I did was my little Briggs and Stratton. It's not little, it's 3500 continuous. It's 4375 starting watts, but it's too small to run the house. It's a 25 amp, 20 amp, and I get too much stuff. I'll do a review on my generator panel in the basement. We built the house. This is something I knew I wanted. I wanted backup generator and backup. We do have power outages. Last winter wasn't bad. We only were out a few times there, and it wasn't very long. It was only a few hours each time. But any of you watched my videos a few years ago, we had power outage for 6 days, pretty near 7. And that's too much. So I went with this here. I wanted to get a dual fuel, but right now I don't have the propane line run outside or nothing like that. So this here was on at Costco for real good price. I picked it up. If I have to later, I'll sell it if I can find a dual fuel for a cheaper price after I get a propane line run. I'll do that. But this here, for the propane, it would be nice for me because I got a big propane tank, and I wouldn't have to worry about hauling gas home and filling the generator. You could have it run off the big tank, and when the delivery guy comes, he fills the big tank. And if it's necessary, I would go with the double tank system. But this is the garage door here to the house. And my generator plug-ins here. So even if I wasn't home, it's not a real big distance for Barbara, for my wife, to bring the generator out and plug it in. Now this, looking at this, and I know it's a Champion. Anybody I talked to that has them has had great luck with them. Watched a few videos on them there, and people like them. I would have sooner went with a Briggs and Stratton, but for the price of it, this here one here was half the price of a Briggs and Stratton, and as much as that one's going to run, it's not going to run near as much as that thing there. That runs our trailer down at the camper. Haven't been down there a whole lot in the last year and a half, but hoping to start using it again more now that the house is pretty much finished. Just didn't have time. Like building a house, it took a lot of my time. Get home on the weekends there, and didn't really feel like getting packed up and heading down to the camper. And now that we're in the new house, just kind of felt like staying at home and taking it easy this summer and not going down. I don't know why. I got to get down. But for the stuff that this thing can run, it's perfect. It's perfect for us. It's a 9,000 continuous watt or running watt. I'll show you all the electric start. It's got an hour meter on it. Smart charger. That's nice for your cell phones and stuff. Charging off a generator isn't great for phones and stuff. You can cook them. But this one here's got quite a bit of protection. It's not an inverter generator, but it's got volt guard, so that'll help. The only appliance really that I'm running off my generator is going to be the fridge, because I have propane. So down there, I didn't hook my dishwasher into my generator panel. So that'd focus first. See, the dishwasher and electric range and all that stuff, I don't have that, so that don't matter to me. Hot water tank's the same. I don't have a hot water tank. I got propane. So I probably could have went with a little less wattage, but I wanted to make sure I had lots. I got 3 generators now. Well, I had 2 before, and this is my 3rd one. And each one of them has their own purpose, and I can't really get rid of any of them. I've been told I should sell one of them, but I ain't loading that thing in the back of my half ton to take down to the camper when we go on the weekends. That's it's too much. And there's another thing: we're getting power run into our lots. If I wanted to, I could hook up to power and be all set. Here's a little diagram. This is more for me than anybody else, so I can look back and see after the box is gone how many watts it takes to run stuff. Like your fridge starting and your sump pump, your well pump. That's a big one for us. Is your well pump. Everything else in the house is set up so I don't have to draw a whole lot of power. Well's one that takes a lot. And for heating, an AC. I don't have my heat pump, my air-to-air heat pump hooked up to my generator panel. It takes way too much power, and I have my my duct fireplace for that. That's part of my backup. That's part of being prepared for power outages and stuff like that. I know it cost me a bit more to build the house like that, but there's all reasons for it. That's so anyway, yeah. So it's electric start, wheel kit on it. What am I forgetting? Didn't come with oil, but I'm pretty sure I get 5W30 oil here. I'd sooner go with synthetic. If I don't have enough synthetic for it, I'm not going to do a start here right now. I'll do it later. Reduce emissions, which I really don't care about. Green technology support, which whatever, or free technology support. That's good, and it's got a 3-year warranty, so that's great. That's like I said, this one here it'll only be running if our power's out. Let's go down and take a look at my generator panel, and then I'll tear this apart and show you out of the box. Okay, so here, now look at my generator panel. Here's a look at my heating system. It's a carrier system. It's I believe it's a 4-ton system for heating this house. It's probably a little undersized. I should have went a little bit bigger. We got 2,200 square feet upstairs, and there's 2,200 square feet here in the basement. It works hard if I don't have a fire on. I shouldn't say hard. It does a fine job of keeping the house warm. Just the electric bill does go up a little bit. Usually in the winter time, if I'm just running it, my monthly bill for hydro is right around $500 a month. So this year's going to be different. I'm going to do more wood, and that'll ease the burden on that unit there. And right there's my propane hot water. Propane lines coming in. I got a spare line here coming in, and I can add on as I want. You see set this down. You see here, I can keep adding on to this bank base if I want, with more ball cock valves. I could have a line running out to the deck for my propane barbecue. I cook on charcoal, so probably won't be going that route. But I'd like to heat my garage with propane, and like I said, eventually I'd like to go with dual fuel a generator, either that or one of the Generac Stationary generators would be great. So yeah, so basement's a little bit of a mess. It's never really done nothing to it down here. But this is my generator panel here. This one here. This is my main panel. I put a surge protector in coming from out the main power line in for when power is out. If we have a surge, it'll blow that before it screws anything up in the house. And that was another thing I liked about that generator. It's got a guard on it itself. Like I said, it's not an inverter generator. See, and I got lots of room left. This is from my electricity line coming in from the main on the grid. So you get your central air, dryer, and that's your gen panel there that runs over. And you get garage plugs and stuff like that. Stuff that you wouldn't need if the power's out. And then my generator panel is here. So when the power goes out, you switch that off. Switch that over, switch it back. So you're running off your line coming in from your generator into this panel. And this has got let's see, my fireplace, basement lights. I put quite a bit of stuff on this, but it doesn't mean that it's all got to be running at the same time. So yeah, so that's a look at my generator panel. So I can run, oh, sorry about that. I can run pretty much everything I want in the house, no problem, off the generator I just bought with that panel there. There's not too much else to show you down here. I built myself a half-ass wood chute here. I did not too bad a job at it. That there, I kept that because we took staining. And it's nice to lay that down on the floor so I don't get stain all over the floor. But this is a piece of culvert pipe. It's one thing that I showed in one of the videos there about my wood hatch. This is a piece of culvert pipe left over from the build that I cut in half and built the braces for it. This has got a slide back, like I slide the whole unit back so it's right in front of that window. And it's insulated off, it's buried, all that, so no fumes can come into the basement here from the garage. But yeah, I just throw my wood in that, goes down the chute in towards the wood room here. Anyway, I've had a few guys ask me around here about the workings of my basement and stuff like that. The only other real thing to show you is the pump and stuff. I had this just installed. This is called a spin down filter. I get a lot of sediment coming in, and the sediment is from the mines. We live on top of old coal mines here, and I couldn't go too deep with my well. I have good water, but I don't have a whole lot of water. If you go down over 160, 170 feet here, you get into the mines, and then you get sulfur in your water, and there's a taste, and then you got to put a system in. So I stayed up above it, and they just hit what we call mine mud, but it's like gray clay. It sets on top of the coal, and they went just a little too deep, and I do get some sediment, but this filter here works pretty good. I haven't drained that in about 3 weeks. All you gotta do is just crack it. It goes into a bucket, crack it, and it cleans it right out. There's still a little sediment up there, but that's not bad. The filter's up here, so that's the main part of your water going through. So before this video gets too long, let's shut you down and I'll unbox that generator. Okay, there it is all put together. Check. I don't have enough synthetic to fill it, so I'm going to wait. I ain't driving to the store right now to go get synthetic oil. And I got a bit of gas here. I want to put as much new gas in it as possible, where it's not going to be running. I got gas here that's been here for a month. No sense putting month-old gas in something that's going to be sitting even longer. So I'll wait and do a start on it. There's quite a few things I like about it. There's a couple things I don't. Your power meter. That's pretty neat. Shows you your capacity of what you're using for your power for your generator. Like if you're getting up to that bar there, you better start shutting some stuff off and not overpower it. Your hour meter gauge. Came with a little filter. That's good for getting it into that. One thing I have noticed, I bought a couple of them now for that generator there. You can buy bagged oil. It's got a spout on it. Way easier for putting oil into something like this, or anything that's got a spout that's down in hard to get. The bagged oil is I like it. I thought it was stupid at first when I first seen it. I used it. The guy at the parts counter said, try it and see what you think of it. And tried it. I like it. One thing, I said about the charge controller. It's not for cell phones and stuff. It's a smart charger it's a trickle charger is what it is, to plug into your wall unit when you're not using your generator. So it keeps your battery charged for your electric start. It's a pretty good little rig. One thing I really don't like about it, Champion, you can do way better than that. There's no gauge, no fuel gauge on it. That not very smart, is it, buddy?
Yeah.
Should have a fuel gauge on them. For the price it would cost to put a fuel gauge on something like this, is next to nothing. That's the biggest thing I see so far that I don't like about this.
Is this fuel gauge?
Yeah. It's got a fuel gauge on it, right.
Yeah.
That one ain't the best one either.
No.
Because it doesn't have different colors. It's just white on white, and it's either full or it's... I don't care for that one either. This one here, the Briggs & Stratton, didn't have a fuel filter in it. Some of them got silk screens in them. My old, just Mastercraft has got a screen in it. Let's check. I haven't opened this one up. Let's check and see if it's got a screen in it. Yes, it does. Look at that. Perfect. Little silk screen. Stop. Thank you, buddy. Can you put that back on? Well, that's a little look at the
Champion?
At the Champion, yeah. Another thing I noticed, bought this. It was a 50, it's showing 50 amp. It's not 50 amp. It's only 3.75 amp. I don't know if that's 3.7, a double 3.75. If anybody knows, can you let me know? I'm guessing it's not. I'm guessing it's less than 40 amp, and they're showing it was a 50. That's false advertisement as far as I'm concerned. Yeah. So this video's went way too long now. Switch it on. What? Go ahead. Gotta go all the way up. There you go. So what do we say at the end of our videos, Gage?
Subscribe.
Thanks for watching.
And
have a good day.
Okay.
What?
And have a good day. And hit that subscribe button and that like button.
Okay.
And plus it would be appreciated if you hit the notifications down below.
Oh yeah? Yeah. Okay guys. Thanks. Have a good day. Have a good weekend. I know we already said our goodbyes, but got oil in this girl now. A little bit of gas. Got half a tank. Let's try her on a cold start. I'd never started her yet. Turn the fuel on. Fuel's got to be pointed down. Choke. Choke on. We're going to try the electric start. It's probably going to take a little bit to get going. No, sir. Started right up. That's pretty good. And I'm not joking. She's cold start. Never started her before that. Nothing wrong with that. Anyway, gonna let her run for a little bit. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Now, I guess it's not over yet. I said there's no fuel gauge on it. I got to do some reading. I'm as bad as any other man for reading owner's manuals. I usually don't open them. Putting oil in something and hooking a battery up and putting wheels on is not something I got to look up to do. But this hour meter, now it says it's Intel gauge. I think it's going to tell me, if I knew what I was reading, how much fuel I get in it. It's not doing it right now when it's running. That's not the hours, because this is brand new. U248 F61.1. There's your hours, 0. I know you can't see it because it's all blinking on the screen, but anyway, I might have shut that off, and I might have jumped the gun on Champion. They might have something going on there. I'll look into it. If that's the case, I'm sorry for bad mouthing not having a fuel gauge. I think if I look into it, that's got something to do with it. Anyway, shut you down now. This has been going on long enough.